All right, friends, welcome to the Inspired to Greatness. This is where we empower entrepreneurs on their journey to greatness. In this episode, we delve into the essential ingredient of success, self-confidence. Join us today as we explore the power of self-belief and how it can help you overcome obstacles, reach your goals, and ultimately achieve success in all areas of your life. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired to be your best self.
Inspired, of extraordinary quality, as if arising from some external creative impulse. Greatness, the state, condition, or quality of being great. This is Inspired to Greatness.
All right, my friends, welcome to the show. I want to give a special welcome to people who are joining me in the live video on Facebook. A couple other DJs have hopped in there, Josh and Alberto. Alberto, I've worked together a time or two now, and he's a really cool dude, so I'm glad to see him checking it out. So like I said, welcome to the Inspired to Greatness podcast, a show all about spreading inspiration, motivation, and being great. I am your host, DJ Matt, and I hope you're having an amazing day as usual. It's a little chilly here in North Texas today, but today we're talking about confidence, self-confidence, confidence in yourself, confidence in your business, your decision-making, and all that kind of stuff. I'm stoked, and I'm going to preface this with this is an important show. Confidence is the single most important reason I have been as successful as I have been in my life. And I'm going to tell you about where that came from and what continues to make my confidence so high. So, as always, we're going to get into some quotes here. Let's get some quotes to start the show off. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." It's definitely true. And a lot of these quotes that are so important are the opposite is also true in a lot of these quotes. If you can't believe it, then you're not going to be there. Sorry, that noise. I forgot to flick on a power cable. Anyway, believe you can, and you're halfway there. Believing you can do something is the first step to getting it done. I mean, you can want to do something, you can need to do something, but until you believe that you can do it, you're not even on the road. You're not even headed there yet. Because why would you pursue a goal or head for a target that you don't think you can hit? So that's what that's about right there. Let's see. I'm not seeing people's chats on here. There we go. Jody Picoult said, "When you're different," this is a big one. I want you to listen to this one. I want you to share this one with your kids. "When you're different, sometimes you don't see the millions of people who accept you for what you are. All you notice is the person who doesn't." Read it again. "When you're different, sometimes you don't see the millions of people who accept you for what you are. All you notice is the person who doesn't." Negativity has a way of rising above all the positivity in your life, right? For some reason, negativity always finds a way to bust in there and get into your mind to stoke self-doubt and things like that. And I'm going to take this moment to bust into a little bit of why I have been so confident, why I've been so successful in my life. I'm not just your average run-of-the-mill, normal 9-to-5 kind of dude, right? Most of you guys who know me and who listen to the show know, I'm a dork. I'm different. I'm unique. I'm eccentric sometimes. And when I was growing up, and I think this is a huge key, and I hope you guys had this too, my mother was incredibly accepting and encouraging of the little weirdo that was her son, Matt. I was weird. She used to say, "You are very unique." And I took it as a compliment because the way my mother treated me. She treated me like it didn't matter if I wanted to do what other the kids wanted to do. She treated me like I was special, and my uniqueness is what made me special. And if you have a parent that encourages you in that way, or if you can be that way for your children, if you're going to get onto your kids, it is important to make the distinction between who they are and the action or the behavior that you're criticizing. You don't want to criticize your children, or let's take this all the way. You don't want to criticize your coworker or your partner or your children or anybody for who they are. What you want to do is you want to criticize the behavior or the activity, separately from the person. Like, I did things wrong when I was a kid, but my mom didn't make me feel like I did it because of who I was. I was special, I was unique, and there was nothing wrong with that, but sometimes I would do things that were not okay, all right? So when you're different, sometimes you don't see the millions of people who accept you for what you are. All you notice is the one person who doesn't. And this is crazy in the world of social media, right? Where you can have hundreds or thousands of people who encourage and like and support all your stuff, but when one person comes on and says something negative, you get completely derailed and you hyper focus on, and it's part of it is our need for acceptance. We want everyone to like us, but that's external validation, and we'll talk a little bit later about the difference between external and internal validation, but chasing external validation is a part of that problem. And definitely what you don't want to do is let your self-worth and your confidence be determined by those outside of you. It is good to have a support group, a support team, people around you who will encourage you in what you do. And I'm going to say hi, give a big shout out to Travis in the chat room. But it's important to realize that the people out there, it doesn't matter. You have to be confident who you are. So it doesn't matter how many people you see out there who don't accept you for who you are or don't appreciate you as a unique person and your gifts, and vice versa, right? You can just ignore the one naysayer. If you're going to search out external voices, then focus on the positive voices, okay? And finally, the last quote to kick off the show, Roy T. Bennett said, "To overcome fear is the quickest way to gain your self-confidence." That's huge. That's a huge one, and fear has killed a lot of dreams. Fear has killed a lot of possibilities. Fear, I'll just say it. Maybe it's a dark place, but fear has killed a lot of people. It just has. If you think about that to its conclusion, fear has killed a lot of people. And I'm glad Travis is commenting that he needed to hear this. I'm glad. I truly believe this episode that we're doing on confidence is going to be a game changer for so many people. And so I hope you guys listen, share it, and take heed. I'm going to give you 4 keys to building self-confidence in this episode. So, they say fear is just a state of mind. So if you ask me, the fastest way to gain self-confidence is to overcome that fear. So don't let fear hold you back. Embrace it and show it who's boss, right? You never really know what you're capable of until you do something you're afraid to try and you succeed. The key to unlocking your full potential is within all of you, right? It's your potential. You can do it. All you have to do is do it. All you have to do is believe in yourself and take bold steps toward your goals. Little steps are fine as long as you're proceeding, but when you start taking bold steps outside your comfort zone, things that will, when you succeed, will bolster that confidence, and the fear will settle in behind you, and you won't even notice it anymore. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and take risks. We talked about risks on a previous show recently. That's where the magic happens, outside your comfort zone. Nothing exciting happens inside the comfort zone. Inside your comfort zone is not where you win battles. Inside your comfort zone is not where you become great. And that is why so many people and so many things and so many businesses are not great today. People are living in their comfort zone. People are happy with where they're at, and they don't have aspirations outside that. And there's also an opportunity for you, because everyone is lackadaisical. Everyone is content where they're at, and not willing to press on and press out and push towards something better, and that void can be filled by you. So you got this, folks. Just keep pushing forward. You'll see your confidence just soar to new heights as you continue to move forward, and ignore fear, ignore that one voice that says negative things, believe in yourself, and you're just going to get there. So Let's talk real quick. 4 keys to building confidence in business. And like everything we talk about, we're talking to the business person, the entrepreneur, but we're also applying this to our lives, because if you take these things to heart and you learn how to apply these in your life, it will more easily translate to your business life. And maybe you feel like your life is a mess and you feel like your life is complicated, and so maybe it's easier to apply things to your business first. I don't know. Whichever way will get you there, right? Okay, 4 keys. Number 1, know your strengths and play to them. I'm going to read what I wrote real quick, and then I'm going to expound. Know your strengths and play to them. Understanding your unique skills and qualities is crucial for building confidence in business. Focus on what you excel and build upon it. Expounding upon that, don't waste time trying to fix what you're not good at. We all have a unique set of skills, as Liam Neeson says in those movies. We all have a unique set of skills, and you're not going to be great if you're a great DJ, or you're a great plumber, or you're a great electrician, or a carpenter. You're great at that, but you might not be great at all the things it takes to run a business doing that. Okay? So you might not be great at marketing your business, and that's fine. What you need to do is you need to find tools and other people to outsource those things that you're not good at and focus on the things you are good at, because there is nothing more damaging to your self-confidence than attempting to do something over and over again that you know you're not good at. You know that's not your skill set, and it can be very disheartening. It can feel like a setback when you are trying and you're not succeeding, and it'll just push back against your confidence. But that's not what you're built to do. If you're built to be a plumber, you're built to be a plumber. Go out there and work on gas lines, work on plumb line. Look, work on all that stuff. Plumb lines. Or Dana Gansky's going to be like, "What are you talking about? She's my plumber." But work on what you are good at, what you were built for. God puts you on this earth with a purpose and a plan, and if you're working on things that God specifically didn't design you for, then you're not going to have as much success. You might plod through like, I'm no good. It's confession time. I hate keeping my books. I hate doing my bookkeeping for my business. I'm bad at it. And I don't outsource it. I just do it and I get it done, but it could be done more efficiently and better. Maybe I'd save more money, whatever. I'm no good at investing. I think it's exciting. I think it's fun. I think it's cool to follow all that stuff. I'm no good at it, so I have someone for that. I outsource my retirement investing to someone else. I'm no good at diagnosing illness and treating illness. I mean, I'm taking these to the extreme, so I outsource that to a doctor, right? It's just like everything else. You can't, if you're no good at sales, you're no good at sales. Find a way to automate a sales process for your business, or outsource to an outside salesperson, or find a service that will sell your service. So there's people that are great at selling, but they're crap at anything else. Salespeople are out there, and there's probably someone who would help sell your business, for a piece of it or for a salary or something. So I'm not saying you have to have all this money to outsource everything in your business you're no good at, but at some point in your life and in your business, you have to decide what you're going to focus on and what you, as a business owner, as a person, are going to work on, and what you're going to focus on, and what's going to make the biggest impact in your life. So, know your strengths and play to them. That's just number 1. We got 3 more on this list. Number 2, set achievable goals. Setting attainable goals and taking steps toward achieving them can help boost confidence and give a sense of accomplishment. It's absolutely right. Now, I'm a big advocate of having a lot of goals, having huge goals, having reach for the moon and stars goals, right? But part of the goal setting and planning process in anything, whether it's your business or your life, you have to boil those large goals down to smaller steps, smaller, more immediate actions you have to take. Because if you don't know, like my goal, and I'll relate it to me, it probably applies to a lot of you guys. So in 6 years, all my children will be out of school, and my goal is to sell the house I live in now and build on some acreage or at a lake, right? I want a lake house, or I want a nice big barn dough where I can, do my thing, and And there's other goals. I'm not going to go into all of them. There's some very exciting business goals, and I'm taking big steps toward those, but I don't want to let all the cats out of the bags tonight. But you have to have steps that go toward that, right? Like, what do I need to do this year and this month, this quarter, to lead toward where I want to be 6 years from now? And when you start checking off those smaller goals, which are attainable, achievable, because I can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to wait 6 years to see if I achieve the goal. That does nothing to help me, right? And who knows what I'm supposed to be doing between now and then. But if you take a goal and you're like, I want this podcast to have X amount of listeners by the end of the year. Okay, so that means I want to have this many downloads this week and this many downloads next month. Or I want my business to do this much in sales this year. And so what's your goal for this month? What sales do you need to do this month to achieve that? What do you need to do this week? What's your close rate? What's your percentage of sales captured from each lead? So how many leads do you need to get this week to get that many sales this week, to make this many sales for the month, to close out your quarter at this much in revenue, to lead toward the year? Okay? You have to set smaller steps, smaller goals to reach the bigger goals. I mean, boil it all the way down. If you are struggling just in life and getting out of bed, like, set a goal. Tomorrow I'm going to get up when my alarm goes off and I'm going to make my bed. If you struggle with that, and then the next day you get out of bed and you make your bed in the morning when your alarm goes off, that's going to encourage you and build your confidence that, you know what, I can do this. I can get this done. What's the next step? All right? Like, we like to refer to sports and stuff like that. Say sports are a body image goal or a fitness goal, and you're like, I want to be able to run a 5K. So what do you got to do this week? I got to be able to go out and walk for 5 minutes. I can't even do that yet. And the first time you go out and walk for 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And next week, you run for a minute and then you walk. And then, so little goals and little successes help build your confidence along the way. Don't think because you can't do it all in one shot that you're not going to get it done. If you want to build your confidence, set smaller achievable goals to get you to the end zone, okay? The quarterback doesn't have to throw the ball to the end zone every play. You only have to get 10 yards. You get that 10 yards, you can keep going. But you have 4 plays to do that. What do you need to do this play? And get 3 or 4 yards. You get 3 or 4 yards, that's a success. Do it again on second down. Do it again on third down. Hey, first down, cool, goal, let's go. All right? Smaller pieces, achievable goals that can get it done. Number 3. So number 1 was know your strengths and play to them. Number 2, set achievable goals. Number 3, seek out positive feedback. What do I mean? Ask for feedback from colleagues, friends, or mentors, and actively seek out positive reinforcement. This can help you stay focused on your strengths and build confidence over time. When you achieve something, it's not bragging to share it with those around you. Like, I share my successes on Facebook all the time, and I have an amazing group of people, you guys who know who you are, who encourage me, who comment on my posts, who say, you're the way to go, man. My brother just encouraged me today. People telling you, good job, way to go, I know you've got it. That kind of stuff really can bolster you up. Now, again, I'm going to mention internal versus external validation, and we're going to discuss that later. But that is external validation. External validation can help, but what it does is it reinforces what you have inside. If you don't have confidence at all, external validation is not going to help that much. It's temporary anyway. But seek positive feedback. Say, hey, this is my goal, this is what I'm doing, and I took this step to get there. What do you think? Worst case, they're going to say, hey, I don't like that. I'm glad you succeeded in that, but maybe you should try this way. Okay? So seeking positive feedback, you got to trust those people around you to have your best interest at heart. Like, I share my successes with my girlfriend. I share my successes with my children, the ones that are old enough to know what I'm doing. They all pretty much are. I share my successes with my mother, who from a very young age has encouraged the wild and wacky son to, be unique and do your own thing. And here I am, I'm an entertainer. I entertain on the internet and podcasts. I've been doing this for years, and she's encouraged it. And now I'm a DJ, and I entertain at weddings and parties and huge events with thousands of people. And I couldn't do this kind of stuff if I wasn't encouraged from an external place, probably. So it's important. It's important to seek out positive feedback, and that it's not really a topic we're discussing today, but having the right people around you is key to not only your self-confidence, but also your success, because you can't have people around you who are wanting to tear you down and who are wanting to take advantage of you. I have other DJs that I associate with who they're in my area. And common sense would say, well, they're your competitor, but we don't look at each other that way. We look at each other like we're there to help each other build up the industry and each other as a whole. All right, that's the kind of people you need around you. And like I do, I network with the chamber and other business groups, and finding key people in those kind of situations to work with and help build goals toward is a great, great thing. All right, number 1, know your strengths and play to them. Number 2, set achievable goals. Number 3, seek out positive feedback. And number 4, learn from failures. I tell you guys all the time, you need to fail. If you're not failing, you're not trying. Failure is a natural part of the learning process. So what you want to do is embrace your failures and learn from them. This can help you develop resilience and increase your confidence in your abilities. It sounds counterintuitive that failing will help your confidence, but really it does. Because when you fail and you regroup and then you attack that problem from a different direction and you succeed, that feels even better than succeeding on the first try. Like, for instance, if you're playing a video game or you're playing a game in general and you don't do well the first time around, but then the second time around you complete the process, you get it done, that can feel amazing and can help you build your confidence, knowing that while you might experience a setback, while you might experience, failure, that you can achieve success if you keep at it and you use your strengths to attack it another way. So I would almost prefer sometimes to not succeed on my first try. It sounds like a brag, but it's not really a brag, but I'm cursed in that whenever I try to do something, I'm reasonably good at it the first try out of the gate. It's a Okay, where are we? Failures, national part. I don't remember where I was at all. So I think failing can help you in that you will be more confident once you try it a second time. Man, that was crazy. Okay. I'm not sure if we're back or not back or what we're doing, but let's see. Okay. I don't have business tips or a tool to try or a book for you guys to read this week. Instead, I just really wanted to focus on those 4 keys to building confidence in business. Know your strength, set achievable goals, seek out positive feedback, and learn from your failures. Okay, so now what I want to do is do our pod decks. So we will hit pod decks right here.
This episode is powered by Pod Decks. Pod Decks are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience and have more meaningful conversations, you're going to want to check out Pod Decks. Now, if you want to get 10% off your order right now, you can go to poddecks.com and type in coupon code. What's the code? Yes, that's the code. Check out poddecks.com. Take your podcast to the next level.
Sorry, guys, the coupon code is DJ Matt. The coupon code is DJ Matt. Sorry. I was trying to fix my network as the whole world was blowing up around me. Anyway, crazy. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a pod deck question. I got 2 questions I want to do. The first one is what's your guilty pleasure? And it's okay to have a guilty pleasure for things you like to do outside of your business and all that stuff. And my guilty pleasure is playing Call of Duty on my Xbox. I love to play Call of Duty. I love to just sit back, chill, and I get confident, right? So if I play a game, playing Call of Duty, and I lose a few times in a row, and then I win one, then my confidence is bolstered, and I do very well the next game because I have confidence. So that's just something you learn to have. So, and my other, what words or phrases do you most overuse? And you guys probably haven't heard this because I don't say it a lot. Maybe I used to say it a lot on the podcast. Is the word dope. Man, I use dope all the time. Dope. That's dope. Oh, this is dope. Or you guys are dope. So, anyway, those have nothing to do with business or motivation. Those are just questions out of my pod deck, which I love pod decks so much. So, Anywho, let's finish up this podcast a little bit, and so we can go see why my power is out. Let's do that. So we'll wrap up the show with this and a few more quotes. So I want to tell you guys don't let fear hold you back from reaching your full potential. Okay? Embrace the power within you to overcome fear and gain self-confidence. This is the quickest way to unlock your inner strength and achieve greatness. Believe in yourself. Take bold steps toward your goals. Remember, fear is just a barrier created by your mind. It's not real. And it's up to you to break through it. So rise up, conquer your fears, and watch your self-confidence soar to new heights. And building your self-confidence is the key to building successful business and life. It really is. So here's some more quotes for you. J.M. Barrie said, "The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it." And like we started the show saying, when you believe you can do something, you're halfway there. You can't even start until you believe that you can do it. And then this quote, once you start doubting if you can do it or not, you won't be able to. Say, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't think I can do this. Then you're done. You're done completely. You'll never get it done. All right? And probably my favorite quote we're using today, I used it on social media earlier, is Henry David Thoreau said, "Public opinion is a weak tyrant compared with your own private opinion." Public opinion means nothing to whether you can accomplish something or not. You know inside yourself, in your private thoughts, in your mind, in your heart, you know if you can get something done. You know, and that's where confidence really comes from, okay? That's where it really comes from, on being able to get things done, making it happen. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if anybody else believes in you. If you believe in yourself, that matters more. If you don't believe in yourself, there's almost no way to succeed. If other people believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter. So public opinion is a weak tyrant. It does not matter compared to your own private opinion of yourself. There you go. And Bruce Lee. I love Bruce Lee because that guy had an amazing just work ethic and view on life. Bruce Lee said, "Always be yourself. Express yourself. Have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it." You will never achieve success by imitation, by being a wannabe, by being something you're not. I am so thankful that my mother encouraged me to be myself for so long that that's what I do. That's what I do. That's who I am. That's my goal. I am myself. I be myself. I'm confident in myself. I have faith in myself that I am the person I need to be. Listen, God created us all a certain way. God in heaven, who created the earth exactly how it is and created all the stars, created you to be who you are and how you are. And who are you to doubt that and try to be something else? You're second guessing the creator of the universe. Like that's having a lot of self-confidence, is second-guessing the creator of the universe, and that's not the kind of confidence we're talking about here. But have confidence in who you are, that you don't need to go out and imitate someone else. In today's world, it is really easy. It's so easy to get just caught up and worry about what other people think. To get caught up in the noise of what others are saying, what the media is reporting, what's trending on social media. However, we have to remember that our own thoughts and beliefs are the driving force behind our actions and ultimately our success. They determine what we believe is possible, what we think we're capable of doing, and what we ultimately achieve. If you believe it, you're halfway there. So it's critical that we take control of our own thoughts and opinions and make sure that they are aligned with our values and our goals. When we believe in ourselves, we have confidence. When we believe in ourselves and we have confidence in our abilities, we become unstoppable. We can overcome obstacles, push past our limits, and achieve greatness. Now, I know it's not easy. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's easy. It's not always easy to silence the noise of public opinion. and the opinions of others, especially if those people are close to you. But the truth of the matter is it's not about ignoring the opinions of others altogether. What it is understanding the difference between external validation and internal validation. External validation is when we seek approval from others, like on your social media posts and what the listeners to your podcast have to say and all that stuff. It's limited and it's short-lived. You have to go out chasing it over and over and over again. Internal validation is when we believe in ourselves and our own abilities. And it gives us a sense of lasting fulfillment and satisfaction. You believe in yourself. You know inside in your heart of hearts that you can do it. So remember that public opinion is a weak tyrant compared to our own private opinion. Take control of your thoughts, beliefs, your opinions, and you'll be well on your way to achieving greatness. On this episode of the Inspired to Greatness podcast, we've highlighted the significance of confidence in our lives. Confidence gives us the courage to take risks, overcome obstacles, and achieve our goals. It's about believing in ourselves and trusting in our abilities. As we move forward, let's take this message to heart and work towards building our own confidence. Let's embrace challenges, have faith in ourselves, and have the courage to pursue our passions with confidence. You are who you are for a reason. Remember, confidence is not something we're born with. It's something we can cultivate and develop over time. So take control of your thoughts and beliefs and inspire yourself to greatness. Thank you for joining the show today. Please check back with me each and every week for new shows, guests, tips. Visit our website at itgpodcast.com. Look for the show on Spreaker, iTunes, iHeart, and Spotify. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit itgpodcast.com/beourguest. If you have a question or a topic suggestion, you can email the show at inspiredtogreatnesspodcast@gmail.com. You can find the show on Facebook at Inspired Podcast, Instagram at Inspired to Greatness Podcast. Remember, we have everything on our website there at itgpodcast.com. Thanks again, my friends. Go do amazing things. This week, you need to be awesome. Go inspire, motivate, and dominate.